Hi, this is Cindy from Engineered Efficiency, and I'm going to be talking about improving drawing performance when using an Xreference. Often when you're using an Xreference for your drawing, it's going to have a multitude of elements that you are currently not using. For example, that Xreference drawing might have electrical elements and mechanical elements, and you're only really concerned about the architectural elements. Or perhaps you're not even using a particular Xreference that's associated with the current drawing that you're working on. Let's say an image file or map, that sort of thing. So if you have any of those things associated with your drawing, you can unload them while you're working with the drawing to improve the performance of your drawing. And so we're just going to attach a couple of Xreferences and then show how you can unload them. So I have a new drawing open. Mine's called Drawing 5. Yours might be called Drawing 1. It's not really that important. So I want to be able to attach a few Xreferences to my drawing. So in the command line, I'm going to type Xref and then enter. And on the top icon, I'm going to select the down arrow and I'm going to select Attach DWG. I'm going to select the bank education drawing and I'm going to attach that, and I'm going to have all of this unchecked, so no specify on screen for the scale, because I just want that to be at 1:1. I want it to stay as it's referenced to 0:0, so I'm going to have this unchecked. I'm just going to say OK. I'm also going to attach an image. So under here I'm going to select Attach Image. Again, this can be any image that you have available on your computer. There's not anything special about a particular image. And for this one I'm going to specify on screen and I'm going to say OK. Just click in the background and place that. And I'm just going to close the Xreference dialog box. So let's say, for example, you weren't using this image, and I'm just going to do a zoom extent, so Z, enter, E, enter. You can see I've placed that image way out in space. I'm just going to move it closer. Okay, so let's say that I was not using this image, for example, because it's just for the moment, because it's just part of a title block or a title page, or other elements that I was working on this drawing. I didn't need the floor plan here, so I wanted to just unload my Xreference because I'm not currently using it. So if I go back to the Xreference Manager by typing Xref in the command line and then enter, and under the I'm going to just highlight that bank education drawing, right click, and I'm going to say unload, and the same thing with that image, so I'm just going to say unload. So with both of those I'm able to still work in my drawing. No changes have been made to the Xreferences, they haven't gone anywhere, but it'll make the performance of your drawing run much faster. Of course, it makes both of those elements disappear, so it has to be something that you're not actually using. Another way that you can do this is that you can turn off layers that you're not using by freezing them. And so I'm just going to type Xref again, and I'm going to open up that Xref dialog box, and I'm going to reload these so that they're once again attached, and close the Xreference dialog box. Then I'm going to open the Layer Properties Manager on the Home tab, the Layers panel, upper left-hand corner. And you can see that I have a separate section for my Xreference layers over here on the left under Filters. So I'm going to select those Xreference layer, and let's say, for example, I was not using text that is associated with that drawing. I could freeze that layer. And of course, if this was a much larger drawing, again, you say you're not using any of the electrical or the HVAC elements, you could shut those elements off by freezing them. And that is also going to enhance the performance of your drawing and make it run much faster. You can also clip your Xreference to the portion that you are working on. So if this was a really large floor plan, you can just clip that to what you want to be able to see on your floor plan, to the part that you care about. And so on the Insert tab, the Reference panel, you can select Clip, and then it's going to want you to select the object you want to clip. And you are going to select N for New Boundary, because you can see the N on New Boundary is blue. I'm going to make a rectangular clip, and that currently is the default. And it just wants you to specify the first corner and then the second corner. And as you can see, then I'm only now able to see that portion of the Xreference that I want to be able to look at. When I'm done and maybe I want to be able to look at this entire clip again, I'm simply going to click on it and I can say create clipping boundary. So I can create a new clipping boundary, or I can say remove clipping, and again that's going to show me my entire X reference again. Any of these elements will help you to improve your drawing performance, because as you add more X references to the same drawing, it's going to make your drawing much larger and it will run much slower. And that is improving drawing performance when using X references. Thank you.